Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus and this is episode 30 of our Let's Play campaign of Factorio Vanilla done right. Let's have a look at what we built last time. We built this magnificent smelting array. Also see it's the very last second we are getting it in. That one's also quite nice. I can take that and just wrap it up into these four. See here, there's more. This is just waiting for it to be picked up. You can see it's not able to unload fast enough. So I've dragged all of these up here, and what I need to do now is actually somehow get them in here so that I can merge them together. But the first thing I need to do is take these yellow belts, basically say, you know what, you may be used to being yellow belts, but now you'll be a red belt. Actually, that was a bit too close. Like this. I don't mind having a bit of iron in my inventory. Then we go with reds. Red here. And that one. Remember, all the way. Get red all the way up to that one. Good. Of course, give all sorts of other problems, but we don't want to deal with that right now. Is that being attacked? Oh, okay, so they actually managed to go in and make a dent there. This needs to go. That's no longer relevant. Which means, at this point, I should be somehow getting this part all the way in here. Oh, that's not easy, because that one is annoying. Can't exactly. This is the part here. From here I could get all the way up there. That actually means lots of things will change now, just so that this can happen. Hello, did everything just lose its power? Oh yes, it did. Wow, it's so scary when these things happened. We're like, wow, so everything was just hinging on this exact one. Okay, everything is powered now. Let's look at the connection. Is it powered? Yes, it is. Oh, so all of... No, but it does go all the way around, doesn't it? Now, one more thing I need to do is here. That means this location. What am I doing? Right direction. This one. Good. So now this is coming here, and then actually the interesting thing is I now have 5 lanes. But I should only have 4 lanes. That is luckily something we can guard against by simple making a 5-to-4 splitter. And there goes our iron. No iron left. Nice to see how fast it actually disappears down the lane. Good thing I didn't have robots for that. Well, 5-to-4 split up, because I want it in 4 red belts, and therefore I need to balance it back into 4. This is 1, 2, 5-to-4. That monstrosity. And first we built it in yellow, and then I... hold on. Yeah, that's not how I wanted it actually. I did not want everything in... There, that works. And now the reason I don't want anything in it is because I want to make sure that I'm actually, everything is upgraded. I can't see that if it's not available here. Like, oops, like these in the middle here. That one. That should be red all over the place now. And we hook up this part. Ugh, damn it, what the hell's going on? I was just skirting all over the place. So now this part, it goes 2 in, but there will be some throughput loss. That's almost bound to happen in this kind of thing. It's interesting to see how it works, but it should be matching at least the flow rate up here. Well, really it should match completely the flow rate. And that means at this point I can now go back to the other end of the world and hook it up. And then just cross my fingers and see if it works. I do like this way of not hooking it up until the very end. There's kind of a suspense in seeing if you build it correctly. I would not recommend it in terms of as a beginner, because you want to make sure that you've not forgotten something. But this is also for just, you know, for the viewing pleasure. I think this is more enjoyable. We'll follow the iron all the way and just see that it goes into the bus. Then we're gonna start working on the bus to migrate the iron bus into red belts all the way. Every single way, all the way, including all the splitters of the bus need to be converted into red. I'll just jump on one of these, see where it goes. Standing right where the iron comes in. I do find this meditative when you're seeing this. Okay, here comes the first one. Let's see if they hit the right one. Well, something is working, and the first iron is coming out. Oh, the first iron. There, let's chase the first iron all the way through, and you can see if the rest is being filled up. I don't think it can fill up completely. That's the first iron. Let's see where it goes. I can also put a fish on the bus just to get a sense of what happens to it. And it goes under. There it is. Like standing on a bridge, watching the water flow below. These ones are just yellow belts, and they become red belt. They're not actually fast enough to be a full compressed red belt. And here they're now inside. And we will now only get more and more and more pushing in. So let's get up here and grab some more materials so we can start pressing this one forward. These will actually be red as well, moving in there. Now I'm suspecting that this may not be enough for the time being. Oh. I don't want any yellows. These definitely all of them. Now let's head down here. So this is now a fully compressed yellow belt for as long as it can be, like the power poles. And that's fully compressed. Great. This is where it's no longer fully compressed, so that's where we need to upgrade. I wonder how many mistakes I make while upgrading, because I'm pretty sure someone will notice. Already we made a few. That is so enjoyable, the fact that you can build that like that. It's luckily quite possible and easy to test if it is upgraded or not. And but I got a bit close. And I'll probably miss some, but I'll find them. If I don't find them, then it can't be that critical. And if I do find them, and if they are critical, then I will find them. I'm just spraying that all over the place. Go that they red all the way. Then here. First one. No, that's not it. That's done. This one. But the ones that taken off the bus do not get upgraded. And the reason they do not get upgraded is because it's very, very rare that they need more than one yellow belt. The only exception I have is actually right here. Let's see how much it increases. It does increase. That one as well. That one. That's actually the first place where we can see. Don't draw on it. And this should hopefully make us want to get the copper more. Get the copper upgraded. Alright, this is now reaching all the way to the end, and I will be able to upgrade that as well. But first, I'm upgrading iron. That's a lot of splitters here. I'm not even going to consider if that's the right amount of splitters. Did I get all of them here? Just see. Everything looks red. Whoa! What can we... These ones? Those. Here. I don't actually know how far I want to continue this upgrade, but I think I want to do it all the way down. Yep, not saying much, but just making sure that it gets upgraded. And the importance of this, just to highlight why this is important, because the throughput on a red belt is twice as much on a yellow belt. We saw issues on the yellow belt where they may be full at the beginning, but no matter if it's full in the beginning, it just won't be able to keep up. It won't be able to keep up at the end of the belt. And for that, you need a red belt that can carry more. It's a red belt. And when we get to the blue belt, that can carry 3 times as much as a yellow, or 1.5 times the content of a red belt. So it's respectively, the yellow belt is 13.3, 13 and a third items per second, while for red belt it's 26.66 or thirds, and for a blue belt it's 40. It seems like they've scaled it from 40 and then just scaled it down from there. That is a bit strange. It's so random numbers. Looks like we got to the end of the bus. It's nice. Yeah, so now that bus is red. I wish there was a way to see if this was done. I mean, there's a mod that does this, but yeah. Let's not worry about that. And you can see now iron is okay, and copper also seems to be okay. I can always upgrade the copper up to this point, but what I want to do is actually upgrade this one. Here. So what I need to do, you know, that moves a lot further down, and hopefully it will be able to compress it better. This is only if it's all the way. Here, it seems to be a full green belt running down the lane here. At some point it'll start to be This is actually at the very end when I take the green belts off. Oh, that was actually not needed on that one. Here. See, they're coming in really fast. It's actually possible to see if there's a mistake. The way that you see if there's a mistake is if that still is. Oh, I can't see that because it still flows at that pace. So at the end, once it's no longer fully compressed, it'll be moving at the speed that it's drawn out from the belt, up to the speed of the belt. But when it's no longer fully compressed, because the speed is higher, the speed of usage is higher than the speed of here. And now we should be seeing something. We'll actually be seeing that these are full belts. Look at that. Completely full belt. That works. And you can see the pull here. And that is red belt already. That should quite clearly also drag it to the end here, just because there you can see it. Not been upgraded. There, now it's not been upgraded. Okay, let's see. This one is, and there you go, from being completely, as soon as I could take this one up, it will consume everything there is. And that's what I will scale up now. I want to scale up until either the iron or the copper chokes. That's the green circuits, that's what we need. Okay, so let's, what do we need? We need more inserters. This should also be really easy to make. I will actually upgrade this to red belts as well, though it is redundant at this point. I just want the blueprint to be red. I can't do it like that. I have to be consistent. I know how forgetful I am. There. All belts in this construction here have to be changed to red. That's the reason why I built it like this in the beginning. I knew I had to be able to scale it up. Here. Out as well. I want to, from here, that one, you can see that there's a problem. These ones I take out. Oh, I ran out. Damn, I ran out. That's not good. That is not good. But it's working. It's working up here. Really. Get that in there. And just clicking these random things. Get more. And get more. And get more. There. Wow. That's a hell of a lot of iron I'm drawing out. So this copper. Okay, so now this copper is consuming as much copper as there is. You can see the copper is starting to dwindle while the iron is still standing strong. I will then be taking this blueprint and putting it here, and then putting it here, and putting it here. Of course, what will not work is probably... Oh, I do have a few of these. And let's go over and get some more inserters. Got it? Let's see how this pans out and whether I will be... There are some specific things I'm missing. No, I had everything. Oh, I had actually picked up a lot. And then I can't do it any further. But this is also... Of course, now you will be able to see that copper is very dead. I don't need all of this because I'm not going to extend it any further, I think. And this is the one that is out there because I can't use it. Okay. So that's the one. And you can see now copper is, yeah, in trouble. And that may be the next thing we should worry about. Ah, that goes fast. And however, if we take a look at spot, we can also see that it actually pushes somewhat further up the lane than it did before, because it's basically everything that comes in goes up the lane and becomes blue circuits, which is still disappearing into a vast nothingness. And that goes up here. Well, it is, I don't know, it's starting to backlog, but it's just crazy the amount of iron I need this part. And let's have a look at our train station here. Okay, this is good. It's unloading as fast as it can. One thing I would like is actually just saying, now I need to clean up this part, so it's just one coming in, not much. This one is almost at, how little is there? Oh. How little is left here? Oh, that's the coal, that's the problem. That one, 3.1k, yeah, that's dead in a second. That one up here, iron, 164. So that means this will be the only one coming in. So I'm gonna take this one as well. That could probably give me one red belt, or maybe two, no, one red belt. Two yellows, one red. Going up here, merging in, and going to the fifth one. Means I have 4 lanes out and nothing forced. I don't like that. Actually needs to be going to steel as well. So I need 6 lanes here. 6 lanes out. I need a red lane out here. It goes up and goes into steel. Or actually even better, right here. 1 lane into 2 for steel. That's reasonable. These are not being consumed fast enough. Well, it's actually because it's not being. And what I'm also missing, where's that? Okay, they're dead. One more thing that is important to note is that I think that if this was running full tilt and actually consuming everything, I would need something here. I know this is not the most efficient way of playing it, but I really do like being able to see from the map what is the content between these. There. I want one more down here, so I get 4 lanes in. But that'll come later. I can then clean up this part. It's very, very nice to be able to clean up the part that actually. Oh. Not working. Interesting how this is some kind of lane balance. It would have been nice. X. Yeah. Oh, inventory. Why is my inventory full? What's it full of? Random stuff. Those. Particularly interesting, to be honest. Why is all of this empty? That one, that completely out. That monstrosity is also a bit over the top. This is our only steel, and that's not much. Don't really need a lot of steel right now, but we do need it once I have the iron cleared. Next one we need to work on is copper. Let's have a look at the copper outposts. We have 1, 2, 3. They are actually, I would say they are beltable distances. There's no, it's right next to the train station. What am I going to do with it? Take it in here. Now I'm going to take copper, going to go down here and go beyond. Go up here, right? That's going to happen. To make sure that right here there's a space for the next one. So, I want to be able to get 4 in here. There. Just want to make sure. Oh, I actually got that. Which means at this point I want to be able to make sure that here, 1, 4, that is for copper to come in. Then I'll have a walking path. Do I have something for walking path? Yeah. A walking path, something like this. Something like that. That's just approximately. And yeah, and then it goes out. Okay, that is fine. Okay, I'm gonna build the walking paths, and just this last one here. This will actually leach from that one. It's actually quite interesting. So I will be wrapping up this episode now, and when I get back, I'll be working on getting the copyright, because we need to make sure that our base has what it needs of supplies. So without further ado, thank you very much for joining. I hope this is educational and entertaining, and that you will drop by as we progress with the next part of the base. Remember, we also have uranium. That might actually be what we should do next. We should actually do uranium next. Alright, thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.